Now, I know that you guys would work a ton while Jake had his first run there in Mid-South, but then Jake jumped ship from Mid-South to Charlotte, and you do too at the same time. Do you remember what
Yeah.
happened there?
Yeah, well, I was kind of that's a long story, but what really happened was with me was that my dad was running towns. He loved wrestling, right? So I told him to stay away from it. You know, these guys, you're gonna get conned. You ain't gonna make no money trying to be a promoter. But he got a ring, and he was running towns for the Blanchards over there in Southwest Championship Wrestling for a while. And so then he started running his own towns in Texas. But he was getting into what he would do is he run a town where I watched his TV overlapped, and so he booked me in this town because I was main event for Watts. Well, Bill said that's bullshit. Well, you know, so I'm spending the money on TV. I'm making you a name, and you're taking advantage of it with your daddy over here. I said, Bill, it's my dad. So we got in a big argument about that. So one day Watts says, hey, you want to work? So you're going to choose me or you're going to choose your dad? I said, that's the dumbest question. I said, I think I'd choose my dad. What do you think, Bill? And so he goes, okay, it's time for you to go. And so we had so I go, okay. So he came and he said, I'll let you know when the date is. So he come back in about 2 or 3 days. He said, I got a date for you. You start in Charlotte. You and Super Destroyer are going to go to Charlotte. They're going to put the world straps on you. You're going to work an angle with the Young Bloods. And he said, then, you know, from there, and then that way you'd be out of my hair with you and your dad and all that bunch of shit, right? So, okay, man. But what it was a setup. I went there. And Ole was booking, and Ole, brother, I never even passed the third match. And I went into Ole after about 2 months, and I threw my check down. It was like $500. We done drove 3,000 miles. I think it was 350 or $400. I went, Ole, I said, let me tell you something, asshole. I can't feed my family on that shit. And he goes, well, let them starve. And I jumped up. He said, you can come across the desk and start kicking the hell out of me or fighting, but it ain't going to get nothing. You shouldn't have screwed Watts over. The whole thing was about that. So I gave my notice, and it took me about 4 years to finally get back to working on top. I got that break and went out to Portland. I was a booker for Harley Race and Geigel in Kansas City. Then I moved on. I went to Portland, but I never bought Watts. He made me pay for that mistake. You know what I mean? He said, there was just one. My dad, I couldn't compete. He wouldn't listen. I don't give a shit what Bill. He was a hard head too. So I kind of got stuck in that situation. You know what I mean?
That is a crazy backstory. Jake, is that ringing a bell for you now?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I heard coming to Charlotte, and they didn't give him shit, man.
No.
I was lobbying with him, you know?
Yeah.
Let me work with Grappler. Oh, we got something for him.
Yeah, they weren't doing nothing. They had plans for me, all right. That was all from Bill, Jake. I found out in the long run, you know. And Ole admitted it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a sorry son of a bitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, for that bullshit, he cost me a lot of money, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. That is wild.
Yeah.
You had this issue with Bill Watts, and then that turned into an issue with Ole. Later on, you're back in Watts' territory, aren't you?
He brought me back as a grappler, and I guess he thought I learned my lesson, and he put me with Tony Anthony as the grapplers and made a tag team, which that worked well. We went all over the country doing that. Then we even came back later as the Dirty White Boys, but I didn't like that gimmick. I mean, it was good for Memphis. What's his name? Mouth of the South. Jimmy Hart, he came up with that gimmick and got us booked in here. And we did that in Memphis, but when we went to Mid-South, Watts' idea was you're a biker now. You need to go on the interviews and have grease all over your face and arms like you've been working on your bike. I went, bro, that ain't me, okay? That's not me. When you get on TV to portray yourself as a heel or a face, it has to be something that comes from your heart to get over. Like, I can go in there and talk about what a great wrestler I am because I'm more prone to being an athlete. I'm not no biker. I didn't even know how to carry that gimmick right, the way he wanted it. So Watts, we didn't last too long with that Dirty White Boy gimmick. The Grapplers got a pretty good run with that, though.